Yo, what's going on, guys? I got a match against some guy for the Smogon Battle Finder, and I'm using a Pokemon that I really have not used in a really long time, which is Espeon. And this Pokemon is a beast. And I mean, I have Calm Mindset like you can see on the screen, and Calm Mind just works really well with Espeon because it can't be phased out with like Roar and Whirlwind. And another cool thing is the guy has a T-Tar or something like that, which can easily wall my Espeon. I can easily just Baton Pass out, and Baton Pass, if the guy uses Pursuit or something like that, Pursuit, like you will able to be Baton passed out without taking the Pursuit damage, and the Pokemon which you bring in will take the Pursuit damage with only 40 base power. So that just shows you how Baton Pass Espeon is really good Pokemon. And one of my main Baton Pass sweepers is actually my Hydreigon, and Hydreigon can easily set up a substitute on a Tyranitar because Tyranitar cannot really harm it unless it has like superpower or something like that. But anyway, Hydreigon is a fucking beast, and if it has a few Calm Minds up, it can demolish through teammates, and it's a sub Hydreigon is a pretty big threat, and I think people should really take note of that, especially on Wi-Fi. But anyway, this is enough rambling for the first few minutes, and you can see I have a Sun team. But anyway, let's get this battle underway. And my opponent does have a Sun team, so I have to keep my Politoed alive to make sure that his Venusaur and his Volcarona won't be as big threats as they will be under the Sun. So anyway, I'm going to lead off with my Lenders, picking him to lead off with his Ninetales. I make a retarded, just stupid play. I didn't really mean to say retarded, but I just make a really, really stupid play and go for the U-turn instead of going for the HP Ice. HP Ice would have been a clean 2 KO on the Dragonite, and instead I go for the U-turn, which does pathetic damage, and I just go into my Jeremy Lin thinking that it would... I don't know what I was thinking. That was just a stupid play. I was not thinking at all. I thought an Ice Beam would be a 1-hit KO, but it won't be a 1-hit KO. But I knew that Outrage wouldn't take me out. But still, I should have easily just gone for the HP Ice, taking him out because I would have outsped him because of my Choice Scarf. And now to go for the Ice Beam, it won't take him out, and I'll just be really, really upset because I just made a really stupid play. But anyway, I'm going to go for the Protect, knowing that he would be confused the next turn if he did get the 2-turn Outrage. And he does get the 2-turn Outrage, which means that he is going to be confused, and he's going to eat his Lumberry. So now I'm in a predicament here. I want to go for the Ice Beam, but I thought that he might go for the Earthquake, trying to take me out but not being locked into Outrage. So I'm going to switch out into my Landorus as he makes a really, really good prediction, and he actually goes for the Dragon Dance, predicting me to switch out into my Landorus, which is a really, really good play on his part, honestly. So now I want to take this thing out, and I don't want to let him get off another Dragon Dance, so I'm going to be forced to go for the HP Ice and make sure that he does not get off another Dragon Dance. So he's going to lock himself into Outrage, which is a pretty nice for me because I have the Ferrothorn, and I know that a Power Whip after the Iron Barb's recoil will easily take him out, so he's going to go for the Outrage. I will be able to take that really nicely as I do resist it, and I'm going to try to take him out with the Power Whip. And of course, wouldn't you believe it, I fucking miss right here, and sorry, my thing is a bit slowed down from usual, but I missed the fucking Power Whip, and I got so mad at this point because he's going to be Breakthrough Confusion, and he's going to be able to take me out with the Fire Punch, and I wanted to get up my Stealth Rocks, and if he hit himself in Confusion, he would have died. Set up my Stealth Rocks, it would have been all fine and dandy, but now he took my Ferrothorn out, and I'm really upset because now his Volcarona is a big-ass threat because he won't be taking any entry hazard damage. But good thing enough, his Dragonite did die from the Iron Barber's recoil. So I'm going to bring out my Politoed, predicting him to bring out his Ninetales, which is a pretty nice play because now his Ninetales isn't as big of a threat. So I'm going to go into my my Espeon, predicting him to go for a Grass move or to switch out into his Venusaur. And he does go for the Energy Ball, which is pretty nice because now I can do what Espeon is pretty much meant to do on this team. Just use Calm Mind and pretty much sweep with either using its own moves or just Baton passing out. And he's actually going to decide to switch out into his Blissey, which is pretty nice for me because obviously Blissey only carries Seismic Toss as its attacking move, and I can easily gauge how much damage it does because it obviously does 100 damage each turn. So I can easily set up this thing for days pretty much because, like I said, I know how much damage it's going to be doing, and I'm already at +2, and I know I can easily take another one, so I'm just going to go for another Calm Mind. And the great thing about Espeon is it can't be like poisoned, it can't be Roar. That's just why Calm Mind Espeon is just a big ass threat, and I think it's really just people use Screen Espeon too much. I think that Calm Mind Espeon is better than all those Espeons, just honestly. But anyway, I'm +3 I think right now, so I'm easily just gonna be able to Baton Pass out into my Hydreigon, which can do a big number to his team if I'm able to predict correctly. So I know that Blissey's tend to carry Thunder Wave and Toxic, so I'm going to go for a substitute, just hoping that he won't be able to do that to me. And he does end up going for the Toxic, which is pretty nice for me because I'm behind a sub, and Hydreigon behind a sub that's +3 is not really good for the opponent most of the time. So I'm gonna go for the Focus Blast, and this does a metric fuck ton to the Blissey. It does well over 50%, and just seeing a special attacking move do that much damage to a Blissey just makes me have a big smile on my face. So he's gonna go for the Seismic Toxic, my substitute out, which isn't a big problem. I just have to hope that Focus Blast hits, because Focus Blast usually just never hits. If you hit it once, you're lucky enough, but if you hit it twice, you seem like to be it seems to be just magic to hit a Focus Blast twice, but through some voodoo shit, I'm able to hit the Focus Blast for a second time. I'm able to take that Blissey out, which is pretty nice because his Pokemon aren't really his Pokemon aren't really too threatening to a Hydreigon. He does have a Donphan, which I am kind of worried about because that thing does carry Ice Shard, and South Rocks aren't up on my side, so I will have to 2 KO him with the Dragon Pulse. He goes for the Ice Shard, and I was really happy looking at that damage because I can see that he is not max attack, because standard set is actually max attack, max HP, but based off of that damage, he looks like he's only max defensive, max HP with no attack investment, which is pretty good for me because I'm able to easily take those things. I think it does less than the Seismic Toss, which is pretty amazing on Hydreigon's part, because Hydreigon does pack, I think, 90 in both defenses, which is pretty good. It can easily take stuff like Bandits, Bullet Punch, and stuff like that. So this Donphan will easily be 2 KO'd for my Dragon Pulse, and Hydreigon is literally beasting out here. I think it's 4-3 in my favor, and it's looking pretty bad for him. So he's gonna bring out the Volcarona, thinking that he might outspeed me, but I actually carry enough speed to outspeed Jolly Dragonite, and then carry enough speed to outspeed stuff like Mamoswine and stuff like that. And I guess his Volcarona is not that fast because Volcarona has a higher base speed than Hydreigon, but I'm able to take him out, which is pretty nice. And now he's going to bring out his Ninetales. I know that none of his moves can really hurt me unless he has like HPI or something like that, something weird like that. So I'm going to go for the substitute, as he ends up missing the Fire Blast, which did not matter unless he got like a burn or something. It honestly did not matter. I would have been able to take that easily and set up a substitute regardless. So now I'm going to be able to easily take him out with the Dragon Pulse, and I will be able to sweep the rest of his team. So this was a 4-0, but I mean, this was my team working to perfection, and I did kind of have a really bad advantage being at a 5-4, and my Politoed being at really low amount of HP. So this is just showing you how effective my Espeon Baton passing into Hydreigon can really work out, just because they work really well together. And hope you guys understood this. After this whole battle, I kind of slowed this video down a little bit. I usually speed it up a bit more, but I want to explain my thought process a little bit better. So this was the battle for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. This is PM, and I'm out. So deuces.